Newport in a whole is just a great running city. I mean, you look out this back door and you can just start running.
My aunt and uncle started Soul Desire about 35 years ago, and it actually started as a store named Heavenly Souls. It started down in the Wharf area during one of the first America's Cups, and they primarily were selling boat shoes through a very small store. And then they decided to open Soul Desire in Brick Marketplace. They closed Heavenly Souls, and Adam and I had the opportunity about 5 years ago to purchase Soul Desire from them. The day that we saw our sign outside be hung up was kind of like the culmination of a lot of the hard work. We hadn't even set up the store inside yet, but just seeing that sign was like step one into knowing that we were opening the store. And also the sign maker that we had make our sign made my dad's sign when he had a store here about 25 years ago. I started working at Soul Desire when I was 15, in the summertime. So I had worked with family, from 15 to 18 every summer. So I was used to that. And then when Adam and I decided to buy Soul Desire together, it just felt like okay. And then we were fortunate enough when we opened Run Newport to hire my cousin, Ben, who is my aunt and uncle that we bought Soul Desire from, son. So he's our manager here, and he works really hard, and I think sometimes family is even more invested in you because it's family. The day one that we opened, there was a moment where I kind of stood back in the store and watched, and the store was filled with people. It was full of this great energy and promise for what the future has for us.
I always wanted to open up a business. I actually, my major was in entrepreneurship, and it just kind of happened naturally where her aunt and uncle, which were great mentors of mine and hers, that they were ready to kind of sell the business, pass the torch type of thing. The running community is fairly big. Mostly it's just the way it's a beautiful city, and it's a very active city. If you look around, there are gyms everywhere, Pilates studios, yoga studios, boxing studios, you name it. So it's a very active community as well. We're constantly listening to customers, what kind of brands they use. If we don't have them, maybe we should carry them. We have to know all about, foot injuries, knee injuries, back injuries, to when that customer comes in and say, this is where I'm feeling pain. And so we can give them a gait analysis, tell them why they have that pain and what can help them. That photo there is, it's a marathon from 1927, and that's actually Lower Thames Street. And my two favorite things about that photo is just what the participants are wearing, kind of the shoes they're wearing. It shows how far the industry has evolved in the shoes and apparel, and how much technicality kind of comes into play. And then also, I love the spectators. They're dressed really nicely, all in suits and hats, and it seemed like quite the event.